Alright, so today we are going to just be reviewing triangle similarity. So if you could take out your notes, you'll see we have angle-angle similarity, side-side-side, side-angle-side. Okay, so we're just going to take a look at those three and review them. So hopefully you'll be able to see everything okay here. Alright, so first let's take a look at the angle-angle similarity. Now, angle-angle similarity. So it states that if two corresponding angles are congruent, then the triangles are similar. And this box says, determine if the examples below are similar by angle-angle similarity. If yes, write a similarity statement. So let's take a look at triangle number 1. We have triangle ABC. We're given that angle A is 75 degrees. Angle B is 74 degrees. We do not know angle C. Now we're given triangle DEF. And we are given that angle D is 75 degrees. And angle F is 31 degrees. So we need to determine if these two triangles are similar. So right now we only have one pair of congruent angles. That would be A and D. We have enough information though that we can find the measure of angle C. We can take 180, subtract 75, and subtract 74. And we find that the measure of angle C is 31 degrees. If we look over here, angle F is also 31 degrees. Well, if we have two pairs of congruent angles, that means that that third angle also has to be congruent. Don't need that third angle, we only need two. But if we were to go over here and find the measure of angle E, we would do 180 minus 75 minus 31. And we would find that the measure of angle E is 74 degrees, meaning that B and E are congruent. So these triangles are in fact congruent, so we need to now write a similarity statement. We can say triangle ABC is similar to, now we need to pay attention to the letters here, angle A goes with angle D, B is 74, it goes with angle E, 74, and then C goes with F. So that's number 1. Let's take a look at number 2. Kind of sort of like that. We've got triangle WXV and triangle XYZ. And we have some markings on here. We are told that angle V is congruent to angle Y. Is there anything else that we can mark on here? Hopefully you said these two angles right here are congruent because they are vertical angles. So because we have two pairs of angles that are congruent, we can go ahead and say that yes, triangle, let's call it WXV, is similar to what triangle? Okay, so W doesn't have any markings. Z does not have any markings. Then I went to X. X has 2 markings. Over here, X has 2 markings. V has a single mark. Y has a single mark. So that takes care of angle, angle. All right, side, side, side similarity. With side, 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 we need to show that all of the corresponding sides are proportional. So let's take a look at example 3. We have triangle PQR. And their side lengths are 3, 4, and 5. And triangle STU, their side lengths are 6, 8, and 10. So we need to show that all the pairs of corresponding sides are proportional. Okay, so I always like to start with the smallest side. So our smallest side on the left is 3. We pair it with the smallest side on the right, which is 6. Let's go ahead and take a look at the middle sides. Our middle sides are 4 and 8. And then the longer sides, the longest I should say, are 5 and 10. Now, when I take a look at these 3 ratios, they should all simplify to the same ratio. So 3 over 6, that's a 1/2. 4 over 8 is also 1/2. 5 over 10, also 1/2. So that tells me that all the corresponding side lengths are in fact proportional. So then we can say triangle PQR is similar to triangle. Okay, so let's see, what did we do here? P to Q to R. So I went along the short side and then along the long side. Show short to long, so STU. Okay, number 4. Triangle CDE. And triangle FGH. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to start with my shortest side. So my shortest side here on the left is 30. My shortest side here on the right is 24. The middle side on the left is 32. The middle side on the right is 25. Longest side on the left is 35. Longest side on the right is 28. So let's go ahead and simplify these ratios. 30 over 24, they have a common factor of 6. So we divide both the numerator and denominator by 6. That gives us 5 over 4. 32 over 25. 32 and 25 do not have any common factors. We cannot simplify this. So that's a problem. We have 2 simplified ratios that are not equal. Let's see what happens with this last one. 35 and 28, they have a common factor of 7. So divide both of those by 7. And we get 5 over 4. So it's good that these ends match, but because all 3 do not match, we cannot say that these triangles are similar. Okay, and then finally we have side angle side. Okay, so we need two pairs of corresponding side lengths. Their ratios have to be proportional. Their ratios have to be equal. And then the included angle has to be congruent. So we have triangle KJL. Angle K has a marking. Then we have a side that's 8 and a side that's 20. And then triangle N, M, and P. We have a marking at angle N. We have a side that's 6 and a side that is 15. Okay, so let's take a look at our sides. We have two sides marked, two sides marked. We have one angle that's marked as congruent, and that angle is in between the pairs of sides. So we've got the angle in the middle, and we know it's congruent. So we got the angle portion down. So now let's take a look at our sides. Let's see if those sides are proportional. So let's start with our smallest side on the left, which is 8. We pair that up with the smallest side on the right, which is 6. Does that simplify to the longer sides? 20 and 15. 8 and 6, they have a common factor of 2. Divide them both by 2, and we get 4/3. 20 and 15, they have a common factor of 5. Divide them both by 5, and we get 4/3. So those do, in fact, match. So we have a pair of sides that are proportional, and then we have the included angles that are congruent. So we can say that triangle JKL is similar to triangle MNP. All right, and finally, number 6. We have this triangle within a triangle here. We have this big triangle ABC. And then this smaller triangle ADE. We know from A to D is 15. We know A to E is 12. A to B is 25. A to C is 21. And again, we're taking a look at this large triangle, and we want to determine if it's proportional, or excuse me, not proportional, similar to that smaller triangle. We also have angle A with the marking. Well, angle A, that's congruent on the small triangle to angle A on the big triangle. So we have our included angle. Let's take a look at our sides. Let's take a look at our smallest side. Our smallest side on this little pink triangle is 12. What does it correspond onto this large purple triangle? 21. Okay, let's go back to the little triangle. Small side, excuse me, the larger side there is 15. Larger side on the big triangle is 25. So let's see if they simplify. 12 over 21 has a common factor of 3. So we simplify and we get 4/7. 15 over 25. We have a common factor of 5. Simplify that. We get 3/5. Well, that doesn't simplify. So, to be proportional. So we cannot say that the triangles are similar.